Hello YouTube.
Hi.
Time for something a little different. Almost done. Just a few little things. We got to put front tires on it. Might video trying to cut off the foam-filled old tires. Yeah, that might be interesting. And then we have the 135 Massey. It needs a little love, but we'll get to that. But today, we're going to pull in a tractor that's a friend of mine, or it's his cousin. And it's a little bit different. A little bit older. Yeah. Minnie Mo Z. Yep, I believe she's a gas engine too. And according to my buddy, there is a freeze plug somewhere back here behind that box, whatever that is pouring out water. So we're going to see, can we drive the tractor into the shop, and because that'll be more fun than pulling. All right, we got a battery in here. We got positive.
Oops.
Let's put the negative on. And get it on. We have to go to the other side. Let's get that on. No spark. UV blaster on that one. Not be able to make it tight enough for her to make sure we got a good ground. Guess it takes a really small bag. So we'll have to leave that open for right now. That's alright. We'll put this in here. Because we don't want any arcing. Alright. Now, do we have any starters?
We've also got an oil leak.
That's a little filter. I don't see no fuel. Some fuel in this glass bowl here.
I'm gonna have to pull it.
Why is that stupid? So we're gonna leave that fuel line blocked off because there's a lot of fuel going through there. I'm gonna check. I don't know that that's supposed to happen. I think it is, which means probably a float or something in there that's not floating. Alright, so let's check some power. Got our ground. So we got, what is that? Nothing. Oh, we got some power there. And here's our coil. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, so we're gonna have to trace some wires. Alright, we got the hood off after much finagling and, general things that this tractor in all of its engineer's glory. So our problem right now is I don't think we're getting any kind of electricity to the distributor. That looks like pretty simple stuff. Helps to have the on switch turned on. Alright, so we got this hydraulic fluid reservoir. I'm imagining this is what this is. And this freeze plug gone. So we're gonna do some research, seeing what it requires, and we'll stick it back together. And I think this carburetor also needs to be rebuilt because it's pouring fuel out and it shouldn't be. So, but otherwise it was fairly easy to take all that apart. And look at that, you can get right behind the dash and get some gauges going. And then the other thing is the oil pressure line was messed up, so it was just shooting oil out. So I found this electronic sensor that I had sitting around, and I put it in there just to keep the oil from the engine making a mess. So we'll continue on. Time to go to the computer. Yeah, that needle is stuck. Order a rebuild kit, get another gasket. Not a whole lot for this carburetor. Big monkey. Well, we'll come back to that after we get some parts. Maybe a new float. We are going to put this carburetor back on this tractor. I rebuilt it. I happen to have a kit sitting around that I bought in a box of a bunch of other stuff, and just happen to have a whole bunch of gasoline tractor carburetor kits, all different kinds. But there's only about 3 or 4 different companies that made carburetors for 10 or 12 different brands of tractors. One of these days I might put that little house out there for my dresser and put it outside the building, darn thing up. governor rod. My geese are going nuts. They're getting fresh water in their pool. So I'm recording today with a little handy cam that I have, which shoots in HD, but I believe it's only 1080 at 30, but we'll see how it goes. And then one of these days I may invest in a nice vlogger cam that shoots in 4K, 30 or something, or 60. We'll see how that goes. To get a decent one, I think it's like $300. I got some stuff I'm selling at the auction in a couple of weeks. Should make a profit on. So we're gonna get it running. See if we can get it out around the yard a few times. Be kind of fun. Okay. So I think I want to adjust this jet so it's all the way in where it's seated, and then go 1 turn and a half less. And this one, same thing. All right, let's put some fuel. Just a little bit. All right. See what we can do. Pretty cool. So we will continue this again when I get my pre-plug and there's some coolant in that engine. We need to make sure that the water pump is pumping water and all that good stuff. And then we'll drive it around the yard, let the owner come over and play around on it for a little bit, because once we get the mechanicals squared away, he wants to paint it. So we'll paint this thing, make it look shiny. So that's all for today.